Hello everyone, welcome to Code Spy. So till now we have discussed about many topics in Spring AI, and if you are following the videos then you have already created a chatbot. Recently we have built a RAG application using Spring AI. So now let's assume that you have created a chatbot for your organization and you present it to your team, your manager. Everyone is happy, everyone is, you know, excited. Then suddenly your manager asks a question. Hey, this is great, but can it check open Jira stories on which team is working on in the current sprint? So in that case, your chatbot is responding, sorry, I don't have the access for your Jira board. Without access, I cannot give you the accurate response. So what do you think? Your chatbot is not correct. Your model is not capable to answer those questions. No, that is not the case. The problem is you have created a chatbot for general queries, or your chatbot is trained on public data. And whatever you are asking, that is not a public data. So how the AI model will know? So whenever you ask questions related to private organizations, private queries, those things are like by default not available to AI models. AI models are trained on public data. They don't know about your private GitHub repositories. They don't know about your Jira stories. They don't know about your databases until you provide the connectivity. So now you decided that, okay, I will provide the Jira access to AI models. For that, you created, separate adapters. And one adapter is for GitHub, one adapter is for Jira, one adapter is for database. For your queries, you created multiple adapters. Now you trained your AI models on those adapters. So after that, if you're asking questions to your AI model, it will respond. So till now in our project, we have used OpenAI as the AI model. Now let's assume that due to some organization changes or a cost increase, you decided to migrate your AI model to Anthropic, Gemini, Claude. So for that, you will rewrite your entire logic. So don't you feel like it's a crap? So how to solve that issue? So to solve this issue, in November 2024, Anthropic came up with the idea that is MCP, Model Context Protocol. So Model Context Protocol has one standard. You will integrate once and you will use it everywhere. It doesn't matter which model you are going to use it. It will work for every model. As per the architecture of MCP, it has three roles: MCP host, MCP client, and MCP server. So MCP host is the application where you will receive a request from the user. Next one, we have MCP client. MCP client is a kind of dedicated connection with the server, and it lives inside the host application. So whenever you will create MCP host application, you will define MCP client inside that host application, and it will have a dedicated connection with the MCP server. So it's a kind of one-on-one relationship with the server. So if you are connecting with 5 different MCP servers, then you have to create 5 different MCP clients. And MCP client will communicate with MCP server using JSON RPC protocol. So JSON RPC protocol is a kind of, a common standard or a JSON format protocol. And using JSON RPC, client APIs or MCP client API will call methods defined on the MCP server. So it's a kind of a common standard or format for every API call. If we check the format of JSON RPC, then this will be the format where you will have a version. First is the JSON RPC version 2.0. Then you define the method, like what method you want to call from the MCP server. And if that method accepts any parameters, then you define those in the parameters. And as a unique identifier, you define ID. So this is the common standard of format for every client to server communication. After MCP client, our third role is MCP server. So MCP server is something you create a separate application. It will have three types of capabilities. It will have tools. Tools are basically functions. Then resources, where the actual data is there. and then prompt, basically templates for the AI models. And these roles are common for every AI model, whatever you use. These are the roles for MCP, model context protocol. First is going to be your host. Inside host only you will define the client, and client, if you are using 5 different servers, then you have to define 5 different clients in the host application. It will be one-on-one communication with the MCP server, and after client you will create a separate application as a MCP server, and there you will have 3 capabilities like tools, resources, and prompt. So after that, the next step is how are we going to use this MCP architecture in Spring AI. So in Spring AI, we divide this MCP architecture in 3 layers. So first is going to be your application layer. So application layer is nothing but here your business logic will be there. So when we will create project, you will see we are using some annotations like service, tool, configurations being in MCP server, and in MCP client or a host application, we use REST controller. So after that, our next layer is Spring AI MCP layer. So here we will use some new classes which you have not seen yet, like we will use method, tool, callback, provider. So we will define these classes in MCP server. This class is basically used to scan all the tools defined in your server, and it will register those tools to MCP protocol layer. Then in client side, you will see classes like sync, MCP tool, callback provider. So that is used whenever you will run your client side application, then it will get all the list or tools from the server side or MCP server, and it will register all the server side tools for the AI model or basically for chat client. And after that, in third step, you will see a AI integration. So for that, we are going to use chat client, and in chat client, you will see we will use some built-in methods like default tools, and inside default tools we will pass this MCP tool which we have registered or which we have scanned from the MCP server. And after that, since as you know that MCP client and MCP server both are kind of separate applications, right? So for communication, we have to use a layer that is called transport layer. So in transport layer, it will handle the communication. So for that, basically in our project, we are going to use Studio Transport. This is just for a local demo, but whenever you're working on real time, then you don't use a Studio Transport. Basically, you go for streamable HTTP. So now we'll see an end-to-end flow, like how it is working. Whenever a query is coming from a user, it will go to the chat controller. And from chat controller, it will pass it to AI integration part, that is a chat client. So in chat client, it will call sync MCP tool callback provider, and from there it will get all the tools list. It will scan all the tools list, and for that it will use a JSON RPC format, and then that communication with between the client to server will happen through Studio. If you're working on local setup, and if you're working in production, then you will use a streamable HTTP mode, and then the call will go to the MCP server, and from MCP server it will call the actual tool or a method where the user query is defined, and from there the response will go back to the user. So this is the end-to-end flow of MCP in Spring AI. So if you have seen our last videos in Spring AI series, we have created a RAG application using Spring AI. So you may be thinking that why can't we use RAG instead of MCP? So the thing is, like, they are not competing. To understand that, we can take a difference. We can understand the differences between MCP and RAG. RAG is basically used to search the document or store document. It can be a PDF document, a static document, Word, Excel, anything which is already stored in somewhere or a library. But when it comes to MCP, MCP is basically a live action. It's a kind of AI hand which takes actions on live systems. It is a kind of real-time operation. In real time, you will connect with GitHub, Jira, whatever, Canva, whatever you want to do. It's a kind of live operation. But RAG is something where the data is already stored and you just want to access it. So there you can use RAG. If the requirement permits, then you can use both these features, RAG and MCP. They are not the competitors. Both have its own advantage. So I hope you understood what is MCP, how Spring AI integrates with MCP. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe this channel. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.